And I am doing this one-handed, guys. You gotta leave a thumbs up on the video for the one-handed stuff. Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. We have got my wife's 2022 Ford Explorer right here. We're gonna be replacing this backup sensor that got punched right here. If you guys are familiar with the park aid fault message that shows up on your dash every time you put the car in reverse, this is gonna be the situation to remedy that. I've already gotten half of what we need to do done, and now I will walk you guys through, now that I know how to do it from poking around, I will walk you guys through how to do this. Unfortunately, you do have to remove the taillights in the back bumper. However, once you know how to do it, it's really not that difficult, so let's jump into it. Step one, after you pop the hood, you've got two T25 Torx bit bolts that you need to pop out. So, little drill, not a lot of pressure is required, but a little bit of this, and these guys will pop right out. There, we got these out of the way. And this is the little plastic trim piece that was sitting on top of it right up here. Next thing you'll do is, I'm showing you the piece that came off the other side, but this is just this little plastic trim piece that came from right here next to the taillight. I like to get my finger under here with it, and also on top, it is just a plastic trim piece, so just held in by little plastic push pins. Pops right out just like that, because you do need to expose this bolt down here, which we'll cover in a second. On the inside panel in here, you've got this square little piece. You're gonna use a flathead screwdriver or a pick and just get that out. This is what it looks like right here on the other side. You'll expose that hole in there, and you need an 11mm socket to go in there and back this guy out. The socket just slips right over it. It's like a little spring screw. Mock it up right there. And then you'll just back it out of here. And I'll show you guys a little bit of that right now. I think I can actually do this one-handed. Just come in here. There you go. Boom. Pops right out. There's that spring screw in there. Got my 11mm. Back this guy out. And I am doing this one-handed, guys. You gotta leave a thumbs up on the video for the one-handed stuff. Set it right there. Now, you cannot just grab your taillight and yank back, because there is a pin right here on your taillight that's going in and into a hole that's on the body of the vehicle. So what you need to do is you need to do a little bit of wiggling action. So you will grab, and it's just a little side to side. See, pushing away and then pulling out. Here's that pin that I was talking about right there. See, it sticks up into that frame right there. And since we're taking everything out, I'm just gonna go ahead and disconnect everything. Well, you're not really disconnecting everything. These bulbs you're just twisting and pulling out. Like that, and then you've got, here we go. And don't worry, when you go to put them back in, they're different sizes, so you can't screw up which bulb, which light you put in where. But now we've gotten the taillight completely out. Let's go to the underside where the tire is to finish undoing all the bolts and pins that we need to get out. Before you go over there, sorry, 8mm socket, go ahead and back this guy out right here that you exposed by removing all the taillight housing and whatnot. But go ahead and back this guy out now before you forget. He's just right there. And we've backed him out. Come underneath, and you've got another guy right here. I promise we're gonna get to the tire in just a second. But these are the ones that are kind of easy to forget about if you're not careful. So go ahead and back this guy out too. And underneath here, scoop back. There's a bolt right here, and an identical one over here. I've seen some people suggest removing the entire tire, not at all necessary. Come under here, you've got 1, 2, 3, 9 30-seconds bolts, and then 1, 2, 3 little plastic pin. If you guys are familiar with Ford vehicles, these are very typical for them. You can see there's like a flat ridge right in here flathead screwdriver goes in there, and then as you're wiggling that, try and get maybe another, either your finger or another flathead screwdriver behind this other part right here, because you need to pull off the flat top part a little bit, and then the rest of the assembly will pop out. So here's a better example of what I'm talking about. So this assembly right here, you can pull it apart completely. It's got two components, but you can't just, while this thing is in here all the way pushed in, you're not going to be able to just get your flathead screwdriver under the big part and pull it out. It'll first have to go in this little ridge right there, and as you wiggle the top part free, then after you've got some room right there, you can pull it out, because when the top part is pushed all the way in, you've got all this extra stuff in there making the pin expand. So hopefully that's a better explanation for how to get these guys out. All right, we've got all the bolts pulled out, all three of the push pins. So just grab this with your hands. Just, firmly but gently pull back, give yourself some room, because we're exposing a bolt in there and another push pin right in here. And after we pop those out, pretty much good to start yanking the whole thing out. All right, so everything's out. Once you've got the first side, it'll be easy to just kind of slowly pull and release everything as you go that way. But since you guys are going to be starting from the first part, I'll tell you this. These clips, this bumper has these ridges that are held in by these black clips in there. You don't want to just grab and start pulling away. It'd be better to treat it firmly but gently, just like the taillight rather, and kind of wiggle up and pull. Don't just grab in one direction and start going that way or pulling towards you or something. Gentle, figure out how to get it out, because at the end of the day, it's kind of a flimsy, plasticky material, and you don't want to break any tabs. All right, we got it on the ground. You now have access to the sensor. Push down here, and these guys will pull apart. But you have access to all of your remote sensors as well now. So if you guys are looking to replace the entire assembly or just one individual sensor, you now have access to everything that you need to be able to, make those adjustments and whatnot. But thank you all for watching. If you guys have any questions, leave them down in the comments below. I'll link the parts and the replacement sensors down below as well. Thanks for watching. We'll see you guys on the next video. Peace.